Good evening. Welcome to Fluttering in the Spirit Tarot. Today's Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. This is a reading for the sign of Leo. Please take what fits here and leave the rest. Please do subscribe, follow, and like this video. We will go ahead and see what is in your energy today, Leo. Right. Spirit, what is the message today? Okay, so we have serial cheater, single parent in reverse. Okay. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. Mahatma Gandhi, and this is High Priestess energy, Pisces. We have Divine Masculine in reverse. We have Neighbor in reverse. We have Breadcrumbing in reverse. And we have Arrogance in reverse. And the last one we have is the Hierophant in reverse too as well. That's Taurus energy. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, and the superior teacher demonstrates. The great teacher inspires. And that quote's from William Arthur Ward. We have that in reverse. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and clarify these cards. So I have a new deck here. Let's see what it's called. It has a booklet, so I might read some out of it. I'm probably just going to pull a few sentences at the most, whatever pops out to me. But it's the Adventure Tarot, a road trip inspired deck by Elizabeth Sue. An artwork by Jenny Chang. So let's go ahead and shuffle. This is my first time reading with these cards, so please have a little patience with me. Okay. So we have a serial cheater and a single parent in reverse. Spirit, tell me about this serial cheater. Why is this here for Leo? Okay, so we have a Guide of Pentacles, which is a King of Pentacles. Two of Cups, so this is a relationship, and Two of Wands. So I feel like with these three cards here coming out, well, you're sitting here about to take steps towards, looks like it's an uphill battle, basically, or struggle up the hill. You kind of see that from the start here, is what I'm seeing. Now, it looks like this is someone that you do share a close connection with. But then we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is coming out in a reverse. So with the, and this could be a earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This is someone who can be very stubborn and just kind of miserable all the time. Very authoritative, likes to likes to have control in the connection. This person can be very self-centered. See, this King of Pentacles is watering the garden, but in reverse, this person isn't going to water anything. They're very selfish. That isn't, and stubborn. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like with that Two of Wands here, too, as well. If you kind of look at your face as you're considering this situation. You're thinking about the future. You know that you need to take some kind of action, but it looks like you're looking for the right opportunity, because you see this as an uphill, and you see that this person isn't really pouring into you at all. They're not pouring into you. They're pouring over here, wherever that is. It's kind of what you see when you put those cards like that. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. Mahatma Gandhi. Spirit, why is the High Priestess here? This is Pisces energy. That's too many cards. I'm not going to take that many cards. Why is the High Priestess here? Ten of Wands. Okay, so you can see when in a upright, the Ten of Wands, this is a lot of burdens. And when in a reversed, this is a feeling of just pure exhaustion. So you're completely exhausted by the situation, and you're getting to the point where you feel like you're not going to let another person and carry somebody else's burdens any longer. And then we have neighbor. Why is neighbor here? Seven of Cups. And that Seven of Cups is coming out in a reversal. So with the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse. So there's some kind of deception going on here, and it has something to do with a neighbor. Maybe a past neighbor. Potentially someone that you used to live near. Potentially. But there's definitely some kind of deception or illusions going on. And then we have arrogance in reverse. Spirit, why is arrogance in reverse here? Okay, so we have Four of Cups and Explorer of Pentacles. So that's the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is someone who is very abundant, takes good care of herself, treats herself well. This could be a masculine too as well, just speaking of their feminine energy. Everybody has both. And then we see the Four of Cups. And this is speaking of arrogance. So someone might have seen this Queen of Pentacles as being arrogant in the past. And this had them contemplating what else was out there. You see this person looking. There's other choices, other people. Reevaluating, contemplating. And an energy of arrogance in the past. Why is single parent here in reverse? Or in the past energy? We have the Star, Aquarius, the Scout of Wands, so that's the Page of Wands, and we have Justice in reverse, which is Libra. So that's finding making a situation. Well, when it's in reverse though, that's something not being fair and having to find healing and hope for the future. And then we have the Page of Wands. And you could see this is a free-spirited energy as a single parent in the past. You may have found yourself a bit free-spirited, seeking healing and having hope for the future. But here you are dealing with this serial cheater, it looks like. And not liking the feeling of being deceived in a connection. Then we have Divine Masculine. Spirit, tell me more about Divine Masculine. Okay, that's way too many. We have a Queen of Wands. This is a lot of cards. That's too many. We're gonna mix it up. That's too many to try to figure out. There's quite a few different people in there too, I think. Okay, Spirit, give me one or two cards here. Tell me about this Divine Masculine. cards are hard to, they're new. Okay, we finally got a couple. Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Fool. So deciding to take a risk and go a new direction. After someone got tired of the illusions is what it looks like. With the Five trying to recover from some kind of loss or a challenge, it looks like. And then we have, neighbor was the 10 of Wands. No, it's like that. Okay. Okay, so for the neighbor, we have the deception in the relationship. It has something to do with a neighbor, previous neighbor, someone they lived near. And then we have breadcrumbing here. Let me see if I have, give me just one moment here. These cards are really hard and I should have, because they're brand new. They're all sticking together, kind of. Okay. Spirit, why is breadcrumbing here? That's better. Negativity, someone having a negative outlook on this situation, being pessimistic and breadcrumbing. Looks like they're breadcrumbing the neighbor. Because they feel like the Queen of Pentacles is arrogant. And they're looking at other options. Then we have the Hierophant in reverse. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? The Guide of Cups. And this is the Knight of Cups. This is Taurus energy. So with the Knight of Cups, this is someone who's definitely, you know, they got their little blanket here. They're sitting here with their cup. This is in an upright position, so this is someone who's definitely, they may kind of move fast. You would want to consider possibly the motivations behind this person, especially with the Hierophant coming out in a reverse position. In that case, that's someone who's kind of rebelling against and withdrawing or giving misinformation. So a mediocre teacher. So this might not really be someone that you want to follow the advice of, because they're very arrogant and very self-loathing basically, or they're kind of just wrapped up in themselves here. With the Four of Cups, they're always kind of looking for the next best thing. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull just a couple cards for advice. I'm going to read a little bit out the book for each one. Let's see what we got here. What is the advice here? Spirit, what is the advice here? That's too many. Spirit, less cards. Give me just a couple. There's one. Okay. We have the Empress, Taurus. So that's taking and nurturing yourself. Nine of Pentacles. These are single energies. Independent, very abundant. So that's pretty clear that the message is to focus on yourself and growing things in your life that are important to you at this time. You've probably been giving a lot to other people, and Spirit's definitely encouraging you to take care of yourself at this time. So with the Nine of Pentacles here, in an upright, that stands for authenticity. And then we have the Empress. Be your authentic self. And nourish yourself. So with the Nine of Pentacles comes a nice big exhale. This card helps you appreciate that, yes, we are different, and it is our greatest asset that we are totally and completely ourselves. And then we have for the Empress, with the guidance of the Empress, we identify where in our lives we're physically and spiritually patched and take steps to create more harmony. Look to our Empress for ideas on how to love on yourself today. What is your soul craving? What areas of your life need watering? And how can you tend to your body with greater intention? All right. So that is the message today, Leo. Please do take what fits here. Leave the rest and subscribe, follow, and like this video. Till next time.